Oh, I'm sorry, you couldn't hear me. I'll just take this stupid thing off. Anyways, guys, quick video here today. Just wanted to chat about something that I got a reminder of the other day. I've been working hard. I think I've had 2 days off in the last month, and I actually got to go out and fish for myself for once. I've been doing a lot of guiding on the ranch that I work on, but I actually got to go out and fish for myself, and so I went out in the afternoon and I did all right. I caught a few fish, lost some other ones. I fished mostly dry dropper and some small water. And then I took like a 2.5 hour break and I went back and fished again in the evening, and just kind of switched up some stuff, fished different bead sizes, fished single dry when there was some fish rising rather than a dry dropper, downsized my dry fly. Um, and really my big takeaway is, and this is a huge takeaway for anyone, and it's super common sense, but it's so true for so many people. It's don't be lazy when you're out there on the water. And that goes in many different facets, whether you're just staying in one spot. I'm a big believer in probability theory, and the more water you cover, the more likely you're to catch more fish. And maybe you're not out there to catch more fish, and that's fine. But if you're out there to catch more fish, and you want to catch more fish, cover more water. Well, that's the one thing. The second thing is, that's not being lazy with your feet, of course. Don't just stand in one spot. Move around, walk, hike, find some fresh water. But the other one is don't be lazy with rig adjustments, and this is where I'm most guilty when it comes to my own personal fishing. Is I'm incredibly lazy when it comes to rig adjustments. Like yesterday, not yesterday, but 2 days ago, I got stuck in one bead size, and I didn't have the same fly in a different bead, and the fly didn't really matter. I just thought the fly was cool and wanted to fish it, um, and so. Um, I didn't switch the fly. My bead size was too heavy, and I didn't catch fish. And so when I went back in the evening, I was like, okay, this time I'm not going to be lazy. I'm going to switch my bead size up, fish my bead size up, and I caught a ton of different fish, a ton more fish on my Euro nymphing rig. And then the other thing I did was my other rod was set up for dry dropper, and dry dropper didn't really do that great. I wasn't getting a lot of takes on my nymph, um, my dropper, but I was getting a lot of takes on my dry. So, but my dry was also too big. I was getting into a lot of small fish. I was fishing pretty skinny water. Um, so I really needed just to fish a single dry and downsize that fly. Of course, I didn't want to cut it off and then tie a long strip and then do a single dry on that rod. The first time I went out, but the second time I did, and I smoked fish on dry flies. And I'm not much of a dry fly fisherman myself. That's something that I'm really working on. But I did amazing on dry flies. Just cutting off that dry dropper rig, adding a little extra tippet to the end, um, and then just fishing a smaller dry. I was fishing size 18 dry flies. I I was definitely not matching what was hatching. I was just doing like a little BWO imitation, but that's not what was coming off. It was a different, bigger mayfly. But they were eating it, so of course nothing wrong with that. Um, but just the simple things. And the other thing is checking your line, um, especially Euro nymphing when you're too heavy. Your line gets abrased, so sometimes you lose fish to breakoffs. Which if you're not like in competition, that's huge. But also it helps not losing flies. I love my flies, even though they're not that good. But I don't like losing them, so I need to check my tip a little bit more. Sharpening hooks is something that I need to start doing. I know I keep forgetting every time I get on Tactical Fly Fisher to buy some stuff. I keep forgetting to buy a hook sharpener. But it's definitely something I'm going to do. Rolled hook points, having a sharp hook, that's key to keeping those fish hooked. And I've had days where I've hooked tons of fish but lost so many, and it's just because my hook points were not sharp. Um, so just not being lazy, rig adjustments, checking your rig, even something as simple as like a wind knot. How many times do we just get like a little wind knot in our leader? We just pull it tight and then it ends up snapping off on a fish, which is frustrating. So just do the little things when you're out there on the water if you want to catch more fish. Of course, always have fun. That's the priority. Um, but if you're out there, you want to catch a few more fish like I do, want to get a little bit better. and learn more on the water. I think you learn more when you make those adjustments, because those little adjustments make such a big difference sometimes. So don't be lazy. Get out there on the water. Enjoy your time. Not too long before winter, so enjoy your time out there. But don't be lazy. Make those adjustments. Get out there, do some hiking, walk around, fish some new water, and have fun. Tight lines, y'all. And we'll see you in the next one.